farms are raising cattle and planting vegetables. Many are making money in non-traditional ways, such as selling bundles of lavender and bars of goat's milk soap. While northern Kentucky still boasts plenty of farms, Campbell County, for example, has 577 of them across 46,000 acres. The vast majority are modestly sized by farming standards. Farms out west can span thousands of acres, for example, while 90% of Campbell span fewer than 180. Boone and Kenton counties are home to 721 and 506 farms across 78,754 and 36,731 acres respectively, according to the Census of Agriculture. But the area's farm owners don't need thousands or even hundreds of acres to operate profitably, and while most still practice traditional farming, just under half of farm sales in Campbell come from crops, and just under half from livestock. Places such as the Lavender Field and Stroll Ridge Farm are finding creative ways to make money off the land. Campbell County Conservation District Manager Patty Disher said agritourism like the U-Pick lavender season preserves farms and helps local businesses and entrepreneurs grow by bringing knowledge and education to those around the area.
What our mission is to protect the natural resources in Campbell County, and that's the soil and water. And so we do this by partnering and educating our citizens, landowners, schools about the natural resources and how to protect them from erosion, from the Dust Bowl. I don't know if you know about the Dust Bowl, but the Dust Bowl happened in the 30s. Mm-hmm. And what happened was everyone was farming the land, and the Dust Bowl came through, and there was a soft layer of topsoil that became the Dust Bowl. And these winds came through, and it moved all of this dirt around to other areas. And so it eroded the land. So we are about protecting the erosion of our soil, but also protecting our waters. Okay. So we do this by our events with our citizens. We do the farm tour. We have farm preservation series, which talks to our citizens about how to protect their family farms, whether it be through communication or succession.
Disher said the district provides education through events such as the Backroads Farm Tour, a farm exposition, the Farm to Fork Dining Experience, and Christmas Farm Shop Hop, which all promotes agritourism in the region.
I think it helps agritourism by bringing awareness of the economic viability, the challenges of it, and also brings awareness about preserving farms, how important it is to preserve the farms and the natural resources in our area. Agritourism is what's going to continue to preserve our farms, to help our local businesses, our entrepreneurs to grow, and to really bring the knowledge and the education to our citizens about everything we really do have to offer in the area.
Non-traditional operation, Stroll Ridge Farm in Grants Lick, also was launched with no plan to sell a product. Similar to the Lavender Field, owner-operators Christy and Kevin Stroll never expected to own goats, let alone make goat's milk soap by hand. Stroll Ridge Farm sits on about 6.5 acres. The Strolls said they knew they would have horses on their property, but they also ended up with goats and many other farm animals, including chickens and a donkey. Christy said the story of how they ended up making goat's milk soap has a sad beginning.
Yeah, so we started here about February, I think, of last year. We had a little bit of a mishap with one of our kiddings. I don't want to go into detail on that. I'm sorry. I mean, I could. I don't want to trash anyone. Anyway, okay. So started last February. We had a mama who had some babies, and we ended up actually losing a couple of the babies sort of traumatically. And so the mom had a lot of extra milk, and she was kind of engorged, so we had to milk her out just to make her more comfortable. And then one day, Kevin just decided that he was going to try to make some goat milk soap. I was like, okay, I don't know anything about this, but go ahead. That sounds fun. So he made a couple batches, and we just kind of told our friends that we had some, and everyone kind of went crazy, and we sold out of all of it in like a day the first time.
We had like 72 bars of soap initially that we had made, and within like 24 hours it was gone. So it was kind of
Oh, maybe we should keep doing this.
yeah.
So he started making more. He's the brains behind it. He makes all of the soap. I don't make any of it. I help with everything else and designing and labeling and things like that, but he makes all of the soap. And so we started just with one doe, and we milked her from February all the way to October. We had to buy another deep freeze for all of the milk, and just made a bunch of soap and started selling it. And then we kind of just kept acquiring more goats because it was fun, and goats are kind of awesome. They're funny. So it started out definitely tragic. I mean, I was sick over it. I don't want to get upset right now, golly. Losing the babies was tragic. We lost 2 of them. They were 24 hours old. We were given misinformation as far as a dose of medication to give from a very trusted source, and it was an overdose. We lost them, so it was really, really hard. But it's kind of neat now that it's turned into what it has. And we've got 2 light up Christmas goats that we put out for the 2 babies that we lost like in the wintertime. And it's been really fun. It's been a great experience. I have loved it. I like seeing his creativity come out, because this is something that I honestly didn't expect either one of us would get into. I don't know what this means, but I didn't feel like we were goat milk soap people. Like, it wasn't something I'd ever even really tried before until we started making it. And
I think in the beginning we talked that like that wasn't going to happen, and then after everything went, everything that did happen, and we had the freezer full of milk, it was kind of like, maybe we should do something with this just so we're not wasting it. And so that's kind of how it all.
It's been fun.
Right now we have 20 different scents that we're currently working with. We switch out to do fall. We'll do winter scents. We usually bring in like 4 or 5 different scents for each of the different seasons, and then we'll switch them out as the holidays or whatever come in and out. So
you did a lot of playing around too with like the different oils and things that we put in them, the different ingredients and stuff that we use. So there's a ton of different recipes that you can use to make the soap. There's even just simple like melt and pour things that people do, which we definitely don't do that. All of ours is definitely from scratch. But he found like the best, I don't remember what all oils you use, but
we use olive oil, coconut oil, cocoa butter. We use rice bran oil, and sweet almond oil is the base of all of our soaps. And then there's additives of kaolin clay and colloidal oatmeal.
It's been fun. It's definitely been fun, and the goats are awesome when they're not biting us.
When they're not biting.
Disher told Link NKY that preserving the county's farmlands is essential.
Well, I think preserving the county's farmlands is very important, because without them, we do not have local food sources. We do not have local economic viability. We do not have the local education and the awareness of preserving the soil and the water. Without preserving the soil and the water, we do not have any of our, local products, and we're losing those, and that gets into a bigger conversation about. I think what we would want our local citizens, landowners, rural, urban areas, we just want everyone to know that we are a partner to Campbell County, and that we have many opportunities, technical, financial, but also educational, to provide to our citizens. And if there's something out there that we are not touching on, we would love for our citizens to bring that to our attention.